What is up, people of YouTube? I'm the Need for Speed Beast. So recently there was a reveal of a brand new Nintendo product, the Switch 2. It's like this upgraded next gen version of the very popular Nintendo Switch. I wanted to give my opinions on the console, discussing some things about it, and I also want to share some of my opinions on the Switch 2. So yeah, first of all, the trailer itself was amazing. I honestly loved it. Even though there are people out there, a lot of people out there, who say that, oh, that trailer was underwhelming or not as good as what Nintendo usually puts out. I strongly disagree. It was a beautiful CG introduction of a brand new Nintendo product. And yeah, showing all the features and the design. It's beautiful. I applaud Nintendo for their CG trailer of this brand new Nintendo console. So yeah, let's get into my opinions. Backwards compatibility is one of the most important yet misunderstood topics when it comes to gaming. Sony and Microsoft on their consoles, who's the least friendly of the backwards compatibility is Sony. Yeah, shame on them for not even wanting PS3, PS2, PS1 backwards compatibility. And I don't give a shit on what defense you have. The PS5 would have been an infinitely better console if it could play PS1, PS2, and PS3 discs natively. The Xbox is slightly better, but there are plenty of more games I wish they could implement for their consoles. And the Switch 2, yeah, I'm really glad that basically 99 or 98% of the library of the original Switch, I'm glad those games can be played on the Switch 2. The backwards compatibility is one thing. The Switch 2 has a huge edge over Microsoft and Sony. I can't wait to see how deep Nintendo's gonna go with the backwards compatibility on Switch 2. Hopefully we can play the Switch 1 games on higher details, higher resolution. I would love to play my old Switch 1 games, which I collect physical models or physical cartridges of on the Switch 2. I guarantee if Nintendo cares about backwards compatibility, which apparently is what's gonna happen for the Switch 2, then there will be more sales for the Switch 2. Nintendo already displayed on their reveal trailer that the Switch 2 will play a good majority of the Switch 1 games. I can't wait because I have a few Switch 1 games like Cruisin' Blast, one of my favorites, and I also have Need for Speed Hot Pursuit Remastered, Mario Kart 8, and Super Smash Brothers. To be honest, I'm not really a huge Nintendo gamer. I'm more of when it comes down to, I'm more of a PlayStation guy and more of an Xbox guy. But from time to time, I love to play on my Nintendo Switch. Backwards compatibility is a huge deal, and I really want Nintendo to go all out. Hopefully they can go through on the right direction within backwards compatibility. When it comes to the impact of the Nintendo Switch 2, I believe it will be successful, yeah, but it won't have that, that lightning that the original Switch had. Because you see, when the original Switch came out, it was such a huge deal. Hybrid device which had a lot of really good games, and it could be used on the go, or it could also be used on the big screen. And yeah, that was such a big deal. It's like the whole situation with say Avatar, for example. That movie was so revolutionary at the time. It's so hard to recapture that magic which was last seen on a previous console or previous media or whatever. I'm firm with my belief that the Switch 2 will be successful if Nintendo deals their cards right. The Nintendo Switch 2 could redefine portable gaming and could be a really serious competitor to the likes of the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, those other handheld gaming PCs. However, there is one downside, and the thing is, if you're gonna consider playing online games on the Nintendo products like the Switch, you sadly have to pay for the online multiplayer. I'm sure, though I don't know, I never had a Steam Deck, but I believe the Steam Deck has free online multiplayer because it's basically a handheld PC. And yeah, that is one potential downside to the Switch. But still, I believe it'll have a big impact and will be a big competitor to the handheld gaming PCs. And I'm just gonna say it as it is, the PlayStation Portal is no match. I'm sorry, but that thing is garbage. It can't play games natively, and there's gonna be connection delays, etc. Nintendo needs to deal their cards right, bring out good games, do the usual, there will be a big impact, and there can be competition in the hybrid handheld gaming market. I'm just being honest as it is. The Joy-Cons are really lame, and the reason I say this is because the Joy-Con drift is unbearably ridiculous. It has come to the point that I literally have to use like a Pro controller in order to play my games on the Switch. But I'm just hopeful the Switch 2 can redefine the Joy-Cons and make them better. I've seen the reveal trailer, and they made the Joy-Cons bigger, and that's a plus. The tablet is also bigger, and that's also a plus. I'm glad they've increased the sizes and the dimensions, because the original Switch, I'm sorry, but it's a good system. It really is. It's just that the original Switch was just way too small for me. I'm just glad that the Switch 2 will have bigger Joy-Cons. But please, 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 I hope the drift is not another issue. I am not going to shell Nintendo more money on the Joy-Cons. And if that's the case, then maybe I'll not even buy a Switch 2 unless this issue is solved. I am not falling for that sneaky tactic. Regarding the screen, I've heard that it's LCD, and honestly I don't have an issue with that. Yeah, OLED or OLED is viewed as a far better experience in many people's opinions, but I personally, I don't have an opinion on OLED versus LCD. I know for a fact the Switch 2 will be weaker than the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. It's a small price to pay for a portable device that you can link up to your TV when you like come home or wherever you are, yeah. Because the whole point of the Switch 2 is to be a hybrid device that you can use on the go or on the big screen. Yeah, the hybrid ability is what's gonna be the ultimate compensation for the weaker hardware. What I'd love for the Switch 2 is to be able to bring in more fun games to play, and I also want the Switch 2 to have multimedia capabilities, like how the PSP and the PS Vita allowed for music, movies, and photos. I'd love for the same to happen for the Switch 2, because unfortunately on the regular Switch, the multimedia capabilities were very limited. And please, for the love of all things beautiful, please make the store experience and the navigation on the screen more smooth and more consistent. On the regular Switch, it was all choppy, and honestly I wasn't a fan of it. Oh yeah, I don't have much to say on the accessories, but what I will say is that I really want the Switch 2 to be backwards compatible on the hardware that the Switch 1 had. Controllers, headsets, Joy-Cons. I mean, not necessarily the original Joy-Cons, but like the OLED Joy-Cons. And if the Nintendo Switch 2 won't have backwards compatibility on the OG Switch accessories, then that's just pretty stupid of Nintendo. I'm just saying it as it is, and I am not gonna spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to buy another Pro controller for the Switch 2. Nintendo, give me just one good reason why I should waste my money on your other Pro controller for the Switch 2. What ability or special features it has that will makes me want to get it for the Switch 2. So yeah, that's all I have to say on the hardware wise, accessories wise, I mean. Yeah, that was the video. Will I buy a Switch 2? Maybe I will, if I have enough money, of course. I just hope it's under $500, and I just hope the Nintendo Switch 2 is under $500 and the Joy-Cons are of premium quality. I want that stick drift issue fixed, and yeah, I'll be happy to buy one in the future. And speaking of the future, I think the Switch 2 has the potential for a really bright future. Again, it all comes down to Nintendo's actions and marketing. But yeah, that's the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to drop a big like, and consider subscribing if you want to support this channel. I'm the Need for Speed Beast, and see you all next time.